All right, welcome back to the interview room here at Rocket Arena and the 2025 NCAA Tournament. We are joined now by the Michigan State Spartans, 87-62 winners over Bryant to advance to the second round. Michigan State will face New Mexico at 8:40 p.m. on TNT on Sunday. We're going to go to Coach Izzo for an opening statement, and then we will take questions for the players, hopefully first, and we'll keep it moving along from there. If you need a mic, let us know. We'll bring one over to you. Coach, we'll defer to you.
What time was that game?
8:40. Breaking news.
Well, I guess it's an hour earlier. Well, the score was not indicative of the game. Let's be fair to them. They came out and punched us right in the mouth, hit some shots early, got some rebounds early, turned us over. I thought they did a great job. And then, I thought our bigs let us down a little bit, if I was to be honest with you. And then, even these two weren't really up to par at first. And then Coen came in and really ignited us. Then Jeremy just started pushing the ball. Then Jase finally looked at the basket, take a few shots. And Trey Holloman did also. So those four guys, it wasn't our night for some of our bigs. They did bounce back a little bit later. Jaden struggled, had some wide open shots, and can't get him any better shots. So he knows it. And not that he's going to do anything about it because they were wide open and he took them. He took the right shots, didn't force any. But I was impressed with them. They got a couple guys that could really shoot it. They put a lot of pressure on you as far as to guard things right. And, as I always do when I evaluate our staff too. And I think we had these guys a little confused on the switching and everything just because of the number of different lineups they brought in. So we got to do a better job, they do, but the biggest thing is the first game of the tournament for all 27 years I've been in it, and all the Big Ten tournaments and any other tournament I've ever been in. The first game is the most important. Sometimes you just don't feel as good, and I know what they were playing for, but I was so impressed with Jimmy and the job he did. I'm happy for him, and the score was not indicative. So proud of these three guys, too. They did a hell of a job.
Thanks, Coach. We'll start in the second row on the left side. We'll get to as many questions as we can.
Dan Lobby, Cleveland.com. Jeremy and Jase, I want to ask you about the guy sitting next to you. What kind of energy did he bring? And Jeremy, I know you said yesterday you feel like you have two starting lineups. Is Coen kind of an example of that?
Yeah, definitely. I think, everybody on the second unit, you never know who night it might be. And that's, strength in numbers. I think that's where we're different than a lot of programs. But at the same time, Coen, ignited us on offense, especially when things wasn't going our way. He got a lot of offensive rebounds, tip dunks, fouls. He just was a big piece in getting his win today and helping us pull away.
First row, Chris.
Chris Solari, Detroit Free Press. Coen, in particular, those first couple buckets, the post-up layup, and then the one in transition with the finger roll, usually those are dunks for you, but how did you draw some energy off of those plays? And then where was the energy coming from on the glass from you today?
I mean, I was just trying to run the floor, be aggressive. I know that they're a tough team, so, I wasn't trying to you can't be soft when you go down there with them. So I was just trying to be aggressive and run my lane. They had me playing the five a little bit for a second, so I had to run my lane, run rim to rim. So that's all I was trying to do. And then I just feel like I get to make those plays, and my teammates just feed off them every time. So I just try to keep doing that, and I feel like that's kind of my job on this team.
Jack?
Coen, can you talk about the mindset when the other shots aren't falling and you've got to carry the load offensively, and what happened on the basket everyone wanted on that alley-oop that didn't go down?
Well, the alley-oop, I missed it. I should have made it. I owe y'all one on that one. But I just tried to get second chances for my teammates. Whether I'm getting a rebound, putting it back on myself, or I'm getting it and passing out to my open teammates. That's it. Just trying to get extra possessions for my squad.
First row.
Okay, Jim Comparoni, SpartanMag.com, Jeremy and Jase. I want to ask you about the second chance points that the guys were creating for the backcourt and for everybody. Season-high offensive rebounds today. Your thoughts about the way they were battling in the offensive glass and how big that was for you guys to get some opportunities and what it did to the game?
I feel like that's one of the things we emphasize as a team, trying to go to the glass. And I think our bigs and Coen did a great job of going to the glass and getting those second chance points for us. I mean, they were getting putback dunks, kickouts for threes. I feel like that's just a big part of our game because it gives us more chances to get buckets.
Row two.
Just the fact that we got up a lot of shots. we didn't really make all the shots, so just for them to give us second chance opportunities, just another chance to win the game and help us extend the lead. So, I think Jackson, Coop, Shimon, they did a great job. Coen, obviously, but just giving us second chance opportunities, and, we capitalized off of that.
Brad Bournemouth, Akron Beacon Journal. This one's for Coen. Kind of piggybacking off of what he said, New Mexico's a team you're going to play. They have a ton of length. How important is that glass play going to be on Sunday, and how much are you going to have to bring it right from the start?
Oh, yeah, we know they're a great team, so we know we got to come in and bring it from the jump, But, our mentality always is crash the glass, so we just going to come and play as hard as we can to crash the offensive board as hard as we can.
All right, let's see, front row here.
Travis Nelson, Willoughby News Herald. This one's for Coen. Obviously, not a better time to have a career high and have this. You obviously want to do this right for years, be in March Madness. What did it mean to you to come out here tonight, give the team a spark, and just have this March Madness moment for you?
I mean, it meant a lot. We've been saying all week that this first game was the hardest, and I just made it up that I wasn't gonna let my team lose today. So I'll just try to play as hard as I can, try to get every rebound I can, and just make the most of my opportunities out there.
Fourth row back.
Jack Stager, Spartan Sports Report. Question for Jeremy. Early in the second half, I think Jaden hit that three, and then you hit that one at the top of the key, give you guys a 9-point lead, back-to-back threes. Do you guys think that that was maybe a confidence booster, something to get you guys going early in that second half?
I definitely think it was. Obviously, going into half, we didn't do the things we needed to do. First half, we missed open shots, free throws, and they were just playing tougher than us at that point, at that moment. So just going into second half, Jaden hit that three, and then I made my open shot. It's just kind of a boost for everyone. Got the energy going, juice flowing, and from there, I think we kind of extended the lead.
We got about 5 minutes left, so questions for Coach Izzo as well. Raise your hand. We'll bring a mic. We'll go on the right side. Athletic.
Justin Williams from The Athletic. Coach, you talked about Cinderellas yesterday. I'm sure you weren't paying attention across the tournament, but there weren't a ton of huge upsets. I'm curious if you had any thoughts on why that might be this year.
Oh, I pay attention to everything, be honest with you. But I guess, what do you call an upset anymore, if you mean that any 2-15s or 1-16s, or those don't happen that often anyway. It's not like this year is different, but there were more 5-12s, I think, that were upsets. There were some, I think, strange games, but it's the new world we live in. I think there'll be more of those, to be very honest with you.
Go two on the left, Chris, and then Wojo.
Chris Stoller, Detroit Free Press. Tom,
I'm sorry.
I'm wondering about the job that these guys did on the offensive glass. I think at one point, like late in the half, it was and not just the offensive glass, both sides. They had 17 boards just before halftime, and I don't think they finished with many more than like 10 in the second half. What was the difference for these guys to start crashing the way they did?
Well, we did talk about it a little bit at halftime. I was to be very blunt and honest with you. I think some of my, you guys, thanks. Some of my big guys, they're lighter right now than they were before halftime, and should be. I just didn't think we did a very good job, and I thought they did a great job. But half this stuff is mindset, and we are a good rebounding team. We're not this good a rebounding team against a team that is a good rebounding team. They led their league with 13.5 offensive rebounds a game. That was the challenge all week. And so I just think, Coen led us, and then Coop and Jack started getting there a little bit better in the second half. But I thought we got pushed around a little bit in the first half, and maybe that was me, I don't know, but we did a better job second half.
Wojo. Oh, I'm sorry. Jack's got it.
Jack Ebling, Drive with Jack, press pass Tom. Started out 3 for 8 at the line, made 12 of the last 13. How did you get him refocused on that?
Half times are sometimes fun, and sometimes they're not as much fun. But we did talk about these things, like I went through what I think are the key points in teams advancing in this tournament. One of them is turnovers. One of them is giving up fast break points, and one of them is making your free throws. I mean, shooting the ball. I mean, Jaden couldn't have had better shots. I mean, I think, I don't know what he was, 4 for 15. I bet he had 14 good shots. That's going to happen, but we should be able to make our free throws. And I've been a little disappointed in that lately. We're really a good free throw shooting team, but I will say this. We're starting to shoot the three a little better. If Jaden hit any of those, the last 5 games now, we're probably shooting near 35, which we hit 10 threes today. I think we're averaging 9 in the last 6 games, and that kind of stuff will help us as long as we don't think we're an offensive team now or a three-point shooting team and forget to guard people and rebound, because at the end of the day, defend, rebound, and run, we had 15 fast break points, I believe, which was 15 to none, I guess. That was a big stat. We had 31 second chance points to their 6. That was a big stat. But I'm telling you, man, it's funny when you play these different teams from different areas. And I know Jimmy's his brother. I know Phil through his dad more than I know the other one. And it impresses me that he's the younger version, so don't call me old school, because he's young school unless his dad threatened him. But his toughness, his team's toughness, his rebounding, what they've done, they execute their stuff well. I give him a lot of credit, to be honest with you.
Well done.
Bob Wadowski, Detroit News. Tom, even though you didn't like a lot of things in the first half, ultimately, did this turn out to be an ideal way to start the tournament? Because you certainly got a few teaching points out of it as well, a little bit of an eye-opener maybe for your bigs?
Maybe. I just think with the schedule we played and the way we played the last half of the season, there should be no eye-openers in that, I don't think. So, we'll talk about that tonight when we get back there. But, in this tournament, as I told you, the my bads or those things, they don't work. You have to know, you have to trust what a coach tells you, and you have to trust what other players tell you, because, it wasn't looking real good there. And I think if it would have kept close, the way those 3 guys could shoot it, Withers and Penson, and they were tough to guard. So I wouldn't have liked for that thing to come down to the nitty-gritty, and I think our team will learn that. But no, Bob, I'm sorry. I would rather have started out better and shot better and played better early and felt good about it, because I don't think we're not cocky on anything, but we had to do this in every game in those last 8 games to win a Big Ten championship. They know what it's like to show up every night, and we'll have to do better.
Last question, first rower, Coach.
Sean Tate from the 3-point conversion. First, congratulations on your win, Coach. I'm sure that you'll enjoy this one and worry about familiarize yourself with other stuff later, but how much do you know about the guard from New Mexico, Donovan Dent, and just what you remember from Richard's time at, what things he likes to do from his time in Minnesota?
Well, I was, I think, a good friend of Richard's when he was there, because he went through some tough times that I thought were unfair, if I was to be honest with you. But he's done a hell of a job down there. I've talked to him a couple times periodically. I do know a little bit about the guard. I do know a little bit about their team, since I did spend a couple of nights watching them along with Marquette. But tonight is when we'll really dive into it, and I think good coach. Another team this team has some size inside. This team had size everywhere, and so it's a good team, and I think they beat a very good Marquette team. Shaka's a good friend, and those guys play hard as hell too. So when we break down the film, I'm sure we're going to find out that Dent is a hell of a player. He gets in the paint. I think he had a few more turnovers than he normally has tonight, but he makes things happen, and the big kid inside is good, and it's a good team. You don't win a number of games. They beat UCLA, they beat USC. Those teams beat us. So, and I know Richard, so, and I know Rick, so, damn family's ruining my life here.
Thanks, Coach. We appreciate it.
Thank you.